From the United Kingdom now, where Prime Minister Rishi Sunak of the UK has said that a forthcoming vote on whether illegal migrants can be deported to Rwanda would not be a vote of confidence in his government. Sunak is battling to keep his Conservative Party united and prevent right-wing factions from rebelling over immigration issues. The PM on Wednesday unveiled a plan to shelve some human rights laws in order to get his flagship Rwanda policy through Parliament. He said the new legislation also fundamentally addresses concerns over the safety of the African country raised by the Supreme Court. This comes after Immigration Minister Robert Jenrick quit the government, saying that the legislation Sunak wants to pass is simply not comprehensive enough.
Illegal immigration undermines not just our border controls, it undermines the very sense of fairness that is so central to our national character. We play by the rules. We put in our fair share. We wait our turn. Now, if some people can just cut all of that out, you've not just lost control of your borders, you've fatally undermined the very fairness upon which trust in our system is.
Robinder Sachdev continues to be with us. Robinder, how crucial is this vote on this new bill going to be for Rishi Sunak and his control over the government?
Thank you. I think it's going to be pretty important for him. If you remember his whole campaign, his prime ministership and going forward, his future candidacy hinges upon immigration as one important pillar. Remember his campaign, Stop the Boats, right, of immigrants or illegal immigrants coming into the UK. So this is a signature, one of the signature policies of his on which he's kind of, putting his future political career at stake. Now, secondly, though, how successful would this be is, I think, still open to the question. Basically, he's framing it, and the UK has framed it in terms of an economic rationale. They've calculated that, how much it costs them to house the illegal immigrants who come in various hotels or various, places or dormitories and all. How much does that cost them totally? Versus if they were to pay a lesser amount than that to an ex-country who would house those immigrants on behalf of the UK, in this case, which is Rwanda. There are, of course, many ethical questions, and of course, there are some very big picture thoughts also, if you were to look at it. Again, it brings to focus the world's, from where I see the world's drift towards West versus the rest. These illegal immigrants, yeah, sure, Britain should not be accepting them. They shouldn't be coming actually in the first place. But still, by putting them away to Rwanda, which is of course a third world country back, beyond in Africa, it's that the West wants to create its own islands and its own garden, as the EU foreign policy chief said that Europe is a beautiful garden and we don't want any outsiders coming in. Though Rishi Sunak is not saying that, he's framing this policy purely from an economic perspective, that the money that the British government is spending in kind of even housing these illegal immigrants while their cases are heard, that money, if they are housed or kept within the UK, is much higher if they could get a lower cost alternative, which Rwanda is offering. But bottom line is that stopping of illegal immigrants and a solution towards that is an extremely important part of his overall policy portfolio.
All right. All right. Suresh Goyal, a former diplomat, is also joining us at this point on the broadcast. Suresh Goyal, clearly, of course, experts believe a lot hinges on Rishi Sunak's, future on this particular bill. Sunak, though, believes that, the forthcoming vote would not be a vote of confidence in his government. But how crucial is this vote, firstly, Suresh Goyal? And what do you make of how, this scenario is playing out with the immigration minister also quitting the government now?
It's a very strange kind of a policy decision taken by Rishi Sunak, I must confess, really, because there are quite a few things which go beyond my understanding in these kind of affairs as they usually pan out. Now, the first thing is that, of course, the immigration minister resigned yesterday after, I think yesterday, yes, because of the opposition to this policy of Rishi Sunak. So clearly, even within his own party, there are differences. Why Rishi Sunak is actually insisting on this policy is for him to really explain or to clarify. But the fact is that it is for the UK to either say no to the immigrants or to accept them. But to develop a policy to push out the illegal immigrants into a third country, and I do not know whether Rwanda has already agreed and what kind of an understanding exists between Rwanda and UK in terms of accepting these illegal immigrants. Question comes to mind that if these illegal immigrants wanted to go to Rwanda, they would have gone to Rwanda in the first place in any case. So I think there is a lot of complexity here, and there are quite a few things which are not clear to me personally. And Rishi Sunak says that if there are further changes to the policy, it will come unhinged. I don't understand why. And I don't understand what this policy really is. I think there is a lot more which has not been explained than what has come into open. But my only remark would be, I don't understand this policy, and a lot would really depend upon what this policy pans out to be. And the future of Rishi Sunak, as you said, could depend upon this as well as the other issues relating to the economy of the UK.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.